47. That computer. See if you can't access it. Encrypted. Assuming there's a key, Reynard wouldn't just leave it lying around. Here we go. For the office computer, no doubt.
I'm in.
Hurry. I'm detecting movement up the road. A motorcade, possibly Reynard's.
Uploading the data.
Hold on. Receiving it now. Nothing on the shadow client or the other cells. No names, no aliases. I doubt she even knows whom she's working for. Wait, here's something. A message from Robert Knox of Kronstadt Industries. And by the sound of it, he's a Providence operative.
A defector.
Well, well, well. Client won't like this one bit.
And you can't wait to tell him. They're back. Multiple hostiles.
I see them. Damn. Okay, we've got all we're going to get. Go to stage 2, 47. Eliminate Reynard, and preferably without raising suspicion. One step ahead of the shadow client for once. Let's keep it that way.
Ugh, thought this night would never end. What a snob fest. And I even missed out on the action.
I'm sorry you had to endure all that free champagne and cello music, Orson. What can I say? You really took one for the team.
Yeah, well, I say stick to what you know.
$50 million US in the bitcoins. The spoils of the Yardbirds' spectacular final casino heist. And now, nations are lining up to prosecute Kovac, including Russia, Germany, the US, and Austria.
Orson.
Never mind. Murder at a wedding ceremony.
Target down. Well done, 47. Now get off the property. The Mercs have discovered your boat, 47. They're on high alert, combing the beach for intruders. Proceed with caution. No way to get past them unnoticed. I suggest you cause a distraction, 47, and make it a loud one. Well, it's official. New Zealand paid off. The client has given us carte blanche. Hunt down the militia by any means necessary.
A week ago, Providence was a threat. How did you swing the board?
The board are practical people, 47. A blank check is hard to turn down. Besides, the Shadow Client's war on Providence is causing a global panic. Someone will need to stop the militia. Might as well be us.
And the man on the train? You never told them about his offer.
Taking a contract for personal gain is against ICA regulations.
Sodas would have been proud.
Is that a sense of humor, 47? Whatever next? Crying at the movies?
Why are you doing this?
I know what it's like to have everything taken from you. He claims to know about your past. Your childhood, your memories, everything Ortmeyer stole from you.
And you trust him?
About as far as I can throw him. But this is our best lead in 20 years. I say it's time we break a few rules. Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is the annual Global Innovation Motor Race in Miami, Florida. After analyzing the data from Reynard's computer, the case is clear. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox, head of robotics developer Kronstadt Industries. A visionary inventor and technological innovator, Robert Knox has spearheaded Kronstadt Industries to the bleeding edge of technological development. His equally brilliant daughter, Sierra, is not only a financial wizard, but also a fiercely competitive race car driver, with a fiery temper to match. Kronstadt enjoys enormous popularity with global consumers. However, few are aware that the company is also one of the world's leading suppliers of next-gen military tech. Last year, despotic ruler Jin Po employed prototype Kronstadt drones against peaceful civilian protesters in the now infamous Tunyon Valley incident. And although it has yet to be proven, there is little doubt that the Knoxes personally brokered the deal, making them complicit in a war crime. It is unclear why the Knoxes would betray their masters, but likely the fear of being next on the Shadow Client's hit list has pressured them to cut a deal with the enemy. Undoubtedly, with Kronstadt Industries on their side, the militia will increase their attacks tenfold. And so our contract obligates us to retire Robert and Sierra Knox and contain the damage they may inflict on Providence. I will leave you to prepare. Welcome to Miami, 47. The innovation race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. Thousands of eager fans are gathered for the final laps of this unexpectedly close race. Sierra Knox is expertly piloting her red Kronstadt car. Her father, Robert Knox, roams the nearby expo building where Kronstadt is showcasing its new prototype car. The Kronstadt RK Mark III has seen fierce competition from the Chinese Kowloon Heavy Industries' new racer. Moses Lee, CEO of Kowloon, has taken a dominant lead and looks invincible. Sierra Knox will need to risk it all if she wants to win for the third year in a row. The stakes are as high as they can get.
Sierra's not just good between relationships, but she has no interest in men.
How much time remaining? Remember, folks, that endurance racing is all about getting your car to cover as many miles as possible, no matter how burned out or beat up it may be. Yeah, Trevor Jones just wants to put California behind him and get on it. Stay in the race for as long as possible, and then who knows what might happen. Don't forget, this race is all about getting some miles under the hood. It's as much about the car's stamina and technology as it is about the driver's talent. Looks like the tires are just too cold. You see, for that's the problem. It comes straight. It's a completely different surface. I mean, it's sort of all about which tape and the changing grip is. It's just amazing. Reliability. That's the name of the game. This is where you see the car technology of tomorrow.
One offers discount codes and meal deals. I guarantee you, nobody walks away hungry.
Hi there. Care for a taste?
There is still plenty of time left, folks, and anything can happen.
Don't mention it.
Remember, folks, that endurance racing is all about getting your car to cover as many miles as possible, no matter how burned out or beat up it may be.
Come and get your family deal right here.
Slow down, sorry.
Now, the key here is tire management. I mean, if you're not careful, you could burn these tires off after 10 laps. It's a huge deal to manage that in this heat for these drivers.
Everyone is kind to one another, unless they're communists. Or worse, arty people from New York or Provincetown. They should really just stay away.
Yes, honey. But we came all this.
Don't forget, this race is all about getting some miles under the hood. It's as much about the car's stamina and technology. technology as it is about the driver's talent. Positions going on into that corner. Boy, oh boy, that's some great racing out there. Moses Lee is tearing up the track. Don't forget, this race is all about getting some miles under the hood. It's as much about the car's stamina and technology as it is about the driver's talent. Don't forget, this race is all about getting some miles under the hood. It's as much about the car's stamina and technology as it is about the driver's talent.
For all you race buffs out there, I can tell you that the winner will again be presented with champagne on the podium after a few years of regular sparkling wine. That is real champagne from the eastern region of France. Fun fact of the day for you folks.
See that red car, 47? That's the Kronstadt race car with Sierra Knox behind the wheel.
Let me just repeat some ground rules for those of you new to endurance racing. You gotta cover as much ground as possible within the time frame. When the time's up, we have our winner.
Miller, I don't care about your problems, all right? I made it clear this morning that if things didn't change, I'd be off the Kronstadt team. Half an hour later, I have to listen to Knox berate my skills as a mechanic because the roll cage interferes with the radio signals from Sierra's suit. No more. I'm done. Yes, I know you're a man short now, and no, I don't give a rat's ass about it. You double my salary for the entire week, and I'll come back in case Sierra decides to use that last pit stop. Well, if you decide otherwise, I'll be down by the paddock. Best of luck, Grace.
Don't forget, this race is all about getting some miles under the hood. It's as much about the car's stamina and technology as it is about the driver's talent.
Global innovation race, huh? Couldn't be prettier here in Miami. Yes, sir, the crowd's having a good one.
Repeat some ground rules for those of you new to endurance. You got it. Cover as much ground as possible within the time frame. When the time's up, we have our winner.
What do you expect? He's a scalper.
Just stop.
Be mindful of roaming security guards. Some of them may work out you don't quite belong. Use the crowds to hide in if needed.
Moses Lee is just flying out there. Look at those lap times. I guess he's out to show the guys just who's number one. how you'd spot one of those fruits. Do they look like Amish people or like aging flower children? Anyway. Let me just repeat some ground rules for those of you new to endurance racing. You gotta cover as much ground as possible within the time frame. When the time's up, we have our winner. What a great atmosphere. The audience has come to see something special, and the drivers are not going to let them down. This, don't forget, the secret of endurance racing is to keep that car going until the end. This race is not over until the clock ticks down.
Question which has spawned several popular conspiracy theories involving
This pivotal moment in modern conflict.
Collecting pictures of celebrity entrepreneurs now 47? What are you thinking?
Only to slip away unseen.
That is Robert Knox, genius inventor, black market's weapons dealer, and Providence defector. Robert Knox down. Now for the heir to the Kronstadt Empire.
a group of local children made the gruesome find close to an abandoned apricot farm.
So I just transferred from Metro to Tech. Figured I'd try out a new beat, you know? Hello, HR? Yes, it's Finn Wheeler down at the Bayside Center. Listen, I realize this may sound trivial, but the Fountain View soda dispenser has been on the fritz since we moved in. I can't work without my energy.
So, I'm hearing rumours on the corporate grapevine. Apparently, Knox wants to do a large-scale field test of Palace in a few months.
That sounds like one of those entirely unfounded rumors that get spread around down at the local.
For newcomers to endurance racing, let me remind you that this is different from Grand Prix in that it's and reliability. That's the name of the game. This is where you see the car technology of tomorrow.
I enjoy the prospect of tacos a lot better than what you're suggesting. Shoving something that advanced inside an indestructible metal cell is almost a chilling proposition.
Yes, thank you.
As a dozen mutilated bodies were found bricked up inside a residential complex in Medellin. The victims were identified as Delgado Sicarios by their cartelling. general acted alone in his attempt to overthrow the
that stuff anyway?
I think some of the teams are using it to increase car speed. Heard a few Cronstead mechanics talking about it the other day. Something about Knox not wanting to use it because she wants to win on her own.
Imagine that. Isn't that illegal?
I don't know. Knox ordered them to put it here, so they asked me to put it here. So I just did that. Not touching it again.
Sounds like a good idea.
Look at that. It's a test of nerves going into that corner. Who backs down first? Oh, wait. Was there a touch? Or even a slight collision?
47. The race is over. Sierra will be coming off the track anytime now.
Sierra Knox has been disqualified. Big surprise here. But let's get ready to get Moses Lee and the Chinese team.
It's a beautiful thing, that's for sure. I understood from the briefing earlier that we're just supposed to grab him if something happens to it. No poking around the engine or anything like that.
in Miami, the annual
All right, Palace.
It's me. I'm here now, ready to meet up with Sierra Knox over at the hotel. Yeah, after the race. I've just got to pick up the documents from my van, but I had to knock out a guy and steal his flamingo outfit, and now I can't find my car keys. Yeah, I know it's dumb. I think I lost them in the scuffle, but the real mascot is still over there. If I don't get them, I've got no evidence. Bye-bye money. I don't know. I need to figure something out. I'll talk soon.
Hydration boost, normally reserved for the drivers. Fix me right up. What? No, it's for athletes.
I just think it's total exploitation of people in one way. I wonder if we get to They said they
Targets down. Well done, 47. Head for an exit, and we'll speak again soon.